Okay, here's my video. You guys just do stuff. Just fucking do stuff. Like, honestly, I spent so fucking long just not doing stuff. And now that I'm doing stuff, I'm like, bro, I should have just been doing stuff the whole time. I don't even know what was keeping me from doing stuff. And now that I'm doing it, I'm like, oh shit, that was fine. It was easy the whole time. I could have just been doing stuff and I wasn't. And now I am. And it's like, fuck, I just spent a lot of time not doing anything. Uh, and so I feel like I have to grieve that. Now, I'm going to have some compassion for you because I know what it's like to want to do stuff and not actually do it. And it's not actually that easy, I don't think, for most people to just do stuff. So I hate the typical advice of like, oh man, you know what? You just have to go out there, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and do stuff. Like, that shit fucking sucks. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what I'm trying to say isn't that it's super easy to go out and do stuff. It's just that, once you start it, once you're in a situation, because I think here's the thing. The reason that I can do it now is because I did the work that looked like I wasn't doing anything. And now, like, that I am in a position to be doing stuff and just be experimenting and playing around, it's really enjoyable and really easy. So I guess what I really am saying is like, everything you're thinking that's keeping you from doing it is just something made up. It's just a belief, it's just a fear you have that probably won't come true. And even if it does, like, what is the fear? Just really like write down what you're afraid of. Like, look at it. It's probably, if you look at it, it probably feels really serious. But like when you really write it down and analyze it, you're like, oh, this is a really stupid reason not to live my life. Because it's like, okay, I'm not going to make these YouTube videos because then I will ruin my reputation. And it's like, okay, like how is that going to happen? Like, you're going to have a few people on the internet seeing you learning a new skill, and other people will look at you and, like, oh, he's trying new stuff out. It's like, okay, I guess that's not really going to happen. That's not going to happen. What are the other reasons I didn't do things? Well, I guess another thing is like, I'm just going to waste my time. And it's like, okay, what does that even mean? Like, how are you going to waste your time? Be specific about that. Like, you're going to sit there at your computer. What does wasting time look like? If you did a bunch of work and it didn't amount to anything, like, how does work not amount to something? What does that even mean? Because for me, like, if this channel doesn't go anywhere, I still got to explore a new skill set. I got to have some enjoyable, memorable moments where I did something that was unusual for me. And along the way, I gained a whole bunch of skills. And either I found out something that works for me or I didn't. But it's like, I wouldn't have been able to find that out if I hadn't just done it. Let's see. I Okay, here's another thing. Um, I was just thinking the other day about the difference between activated and non-activated knowledge. So I see in this discourse around, like, you have a group of people that it's like, oh man, yeah, just read and learn and then you're gonna be fine. And there's this whole other group of people that's like, you just have to go out and do stuff. You just have to go out and do stuff. Like, reading is like a waste of time. And it's like, bro, you guys are both dumbasses, because it's like, reading is extremely powerful in its own right. And like, these things aren't mutually exclusive. I'd say if you had to pick one thing, if you had to pick between just going out and having like a Sigma grind set and just working, in reading, I would say just read. Like, that's honestly like my point of view on that. Because it's very possible to just go out and work your ass off and be in a tunnel vision mindset and not fucking get anywhere. And you wake up when you're 40 and you just like are in a dead end job and it's like you didn't do anything. It's like, yeah, okay, that's fucking amazing. That's what I get when I just follow like the cure-all method that we have in the United States of like, yeah, just work more, then you'll solve all of your problems. Like, no, that doesn't fucking happen. What about the people who work 3 fucking jobs and they're all like part-time jobs because none of the jobs will give them full-time benefits? It's like they're working really fucking hard, but they're not getting that much out of it. Then you have, you know, people who sit around and read all day. At least they're like getting new information in their mind and they're able to consider new viewpoints. Like they're increasing the probability that they're going to learn insights that will actually transform the way that they work. And it's neither one of them is a foolproof method. Don't get me wrong. You can just read and read and read and not get anywhere. The best thing though is when you combine reading with doing stuff. Because the way I think about it is like right now I have all this information in my mind, like this complex economic information, like about probability, stock markets as living ecosystems, strategy as being a portfolio of experiments, like all these kinds of things, right? And they're very powerful ideas, but like until you implement them, they're really like not immediately useful. Like they're powerful when combined with action, but like you won't just go out and automatically apply the information perfectly. Like the information you have in your head has to really go out and interact with reality in like a really grounded, concrete way that gives you real world feedback. Because that's really the way that our minds are supposed to learn. Like we have this really cool ability to learn conceptual stuff, but our mind learns primarily through feedback loops from the environment. And you don't get much of a feedback loop when you're learning from a book. You don't get much of a feedback loop from that. Or if you do it in school, like they try to engineer a feedback loop by getting feedback from a teacher. But the teacher's feedback is not congruent with feedback from the actual environment you're going to be working in. That's why transference is so low between academic learning and real world application. Like basically most engineering firms know that they're pretty much going to just be training their engineers up from scratch for the most part. Um, and so let's, and this is something that gets grounded into you in like in Vipassana meditation is theory should follow practice. Um, it's not one or the other. And so, yeah, this is something I'm probably going to make more videos on this channel because learning science is a very big topic for me. But yeah, like now that I've studied the topic of complexity economics, it's like this does gives me a huge learning multiplier for every bit of physical labor that I do. I get to test out these frames and these models and these concepts, and I get to apply them in like this high dimensional way. Um, but it's like the higher dimensional way only comes because I have both the conceptual learning and the physical learning happening, and they come together and they kind of multiply each other. So ideally, like find a way as soon as possible to learn quickly, find a way to learn conceptually, but then also learn a way to really take action on what you learn. And I think basically the last few minutes of what I've been talking about can it is starting to distill up into a thesis that I have for this channel. Is that the synthesis of hardcore learning, like conceptual, intellectual learning with embodied experimentation, and how these things come together and enhance each other in a way that is pretty fucking remarkable. Great. I'm feeling kind of stoked actually right now. So expect more videos on these kinds of topics in the future. All right. What's a good way to say bye? I'm asking you, Charles. Yeah. Goodbye. I love you like I love a seal. Um, Meep. Bye bye.